Hi everybody, welcome to another sneak peek presented to you by www.themechacollective.com. I am sitting here with one half of the extraordinary cast of 5%.
I'm extremely excited about the project. I am. It's been a whirlwind because we haven't had a lot of time to put it together. So, and we're about to kind of disembark for Thanksgiving break.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's, I mean, we have an incredibly strong cast, we have an incredibly strong script, we have a great space, yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm excited about it.
Cool.
So.
Now, House. Oh my God!
We are starting over, have you kind?
Sorry, there's no censorship on www.themechacollective.com. We pound through this. Sorry, that was another interview. No, she can never be mistaken for that woman. This is the incomparable Molly Montgomery. Molly, so other than...
We really aren't starting over.
Nope. So Molly, other than your...
Diva Fit!
Your rage at me right now, how you feeling about the production?
Hey, I'm also very excited.
Cool. We
haven't had enough time, but but it will be interesting, and I'm looking forward to working on this, and I've had a great time, even though it's been short, working with everyone on creating these characters and the script, and I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. And now our returning Josh Evans. This is how many does this make?
Third production with the Mecha Collective.
Wow. The hat trick.
Yeah, exactly. There is something quite exciting about getting to do this as a workshop, sort of seeing it in the sense of a step towards something else.
Yeah.
Not looking at it as the final product, not looking at it as that this is the end-all be-all of this production. Seeing where we can make improvements for next time.
Absolutely.
Develop the script, develop the characters, develop the direction, develop the set especially. But, you know, sort of take it to the next step and see where it goes from there. That makes this, that sort of takes the pressure off this, almost, to say that it's...
I think there's a lot more freedom in a lot of ways that you can do things.
There is.
In this step of the process that you might not be able to do because it would be so set.
Right.
In the final.
I mean, Becca can
We
talk,
still get to play now.
Yes.
Becca, you can talk more about this, but I mean, I certainly feel like at the same time as we can take chances with certain things, there's also stuff that we can't take chances because we haven't done we haven't had the time or necessarily done the work that's necessary to be able to take that chance.
In terms of like really intricate character development, you know, there's a lot more there.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
But I think there's also something very freeing in terms of, you know, taking the character development that we've done and applying it to the blocking that we've done, and then just kind of, for you guys, it's going to probably feel a little bit like being shot out of a cannon when we go up.
What a great way to put it.
But there's something very cool about that, just kind of balls to the wall, like take what we've got and run with it, and I think that there's going to be so much that you discover being there when it's up, when we're in front of an audience. It's going to fall into place in a way that it won't have been able to in rehearsal, because we are so about building it step by step.
And that's exciting to me, the idea that you will be discovering, truly, really discovering and exploring in front of that live audience. You know, it's going to be a wild, crazy, high energy level that, you know, if you've been in rehearsal 8 hours a day, 4 to 6 weeks, you can get stagnant. You can get stale. There's no chance of that happening.
Especially
with what we're going to put up.
Especially rehearsing in a, you know, we've had a couple of rehearsals in studios, which has been amazing, but we've had a couple of rehearsals in apartments, and you can never get to that emotional climate. You know what I mean? So it is about securing blueprints for scenes. So the emotion will be so organic.
It'll be so interesting because every night is going to be extremely different. Because we're exploring on stage in the moment of really what's going on, because nothing is set in stone.
I love that. I mean, that's
So
part of the
come to all
process.
performances.
Absolutely.
Totally.
You really are going to see, you know, a different show every night. Which, you know, how often can you say that about?
Never. I really don't.
Because we'll
There you
I
go.
really
we'll
don't
forget
think.
the blocking.
I mean, that just doesn't exist.
Right. But here we are. We've, out of this crazy process, we've managed to do it. Let's talk a little bit about this whole journey that we got there. So, all of us thought we would be doing a different show.
Yeah.
You guys auditioned for a different show. You signed on for another
We
show.
thought we'd be doing a romantic comedy.
Absolutely. And we.
That's not what we're
this
doing.
may not be that. Yeah.
Although it,
Modern Greek tragedy, romantic comedy.
Right.
although it kind of starts as a romantic comedy in some sort of. So I'd like to think so, but you know, my dating history.
Subject for another interview.
Another interview. One that probably will be in front of a camera for a very
Or a
different
therapy
audience.
session, exactly.
Yeah. I was going to say the police, possibly, but
Wow.
but as the victim. But anywho,
Moving on.
maybe we should edit that.
Oh, if
Too
you're
late now.
editing that,
No.
then we're editing the name.
But no, we started out doing a play called Whoever Loved that had been a bit through the workshop process about 1.5 years ago, and we were all really, really excited, and then suddenly it just didn't work with the space and with the budget and with the time. It just, we would have ended up really working around a production rather than working on something and really discovering it, going through the kind of creative preparation and process that we get to do with this. So what happened to us exactly? Do you remember the phone call?
Yes, I do. I was walking uphill in a park, hopping and talking to you on a cell phone.
And then
And
she
we-
stopped at a bar.
Which is what directors do. We wear all black and we drink alone.
Usually lamenting over their writer.
But no, we decided that that we didn't, due to both the time and budget constrictions that we had, we wouldn't be able to really explore this piece to its full potential.
Absolutely.
And so we decided to go ahead and create a
Something
brand
brand
new
new.
piece. We already had a cast in place.
Yes,
we-
we had
we-
these wonderful
We had
actors
4
ready
actors
to
in
go.
place.
And I was going to do whatever I had to not lose you.
Mm-hmm.
Truly, that was part of my motivation for coming up with what we came up with. It's just like, I have this incredibly wonderful artist that I'm desperately wanting to work with. And if not now, who knows? Because you guys are moving up the ladder.
It was probably the biggest challenge for you, I can't imagine. We talked to the actors and decided what roles you guys were most interested in playing, in terms of character arc, in terms of character flaw, and based on 4 different descriptions of what suited their interests, the actors' interest in terms of where they were in their craft right now.
Yeah,
We
and where-
constructed
what they wanted
this
to play.
mammoth piece of theater with
Oh my goodness.
with split scenes and fist fights and
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But what was that like for you guys? I mean, because you came in with one mentality. I remember you were actually still kind of on the fence, as I recall, about Whoever Loved. You were still in making the final decision when I came with you.
Yeah, and I guess.
Do you remember how I pitched it to you?
Well, I guess it was more one of the big selling points was just the idea that getting to work on this character that was specifically written for me, and getting to work on this piece that was, I guess, partially developed from my mind, although I gave suggestions, but that was it. Was intriguing. I mean, there's something quite nice knowing that a writer wants to write something for you that is specific with your talents, with your look, with your whatever in mind, to then go, okay, well, this is not a character that was written for somebody else and then
Right.
I'm doing my interpretation. No, this is a character that was written for me,
Yeah.
and therefore whatever I bring to it, it was supposed to happen.